Welcome to Season 3 of the Raiders franchise here on Madden 26. Everybody, it is good to be back. I am so excited to get this season started as we look to take that next step from the plucky underdog that snuck into the playoffs last year to now a team vying for a Super Bowl. Much was made about head coach Jamarcus Russell being the choice to lead the Raiders after the failure of the Pete Carroll era, but the approval rating speaks for itself. Everyone loves Jamarcus. He has done a fantastic job at unifying this team, taking them from at one point 4-6, winning 6 straight games and clinching a playoff berth, ultimately winning one playoff game before losing in the divisional round. However, the standards continue to rise. We are no longer a team with 0 playoff expectations. Now the goal has changed. We now expect to be in the AFC West divisional race for the entire season. We expect to win this division, and we are looking to take the AFC by storm. And this is the team that we expect to do that, led by second-year quarterback, reigning Rookie of the Year, Dale Burton. He's taken a massive leap forward now into his age 22 season, and we are looking to build off of a very solid foundation in his first year, where he started about half of our games after we traded for him at the trade deadline. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, extremely efficient. We're going to start opening things up a little bit more, start passing the ball more, and really let him lead our offense. In accordance with this change in game plan, we have gone out and made sure that he has all of the help he could possibly need. The NFL's reigning rushing leader, Ashton Jeanty, returns. We re-signed Trey Tucker to a 3-year contract. We picked up the 5th-year option on star tight end Brock Bowers, and we drafted wide receiver Parker Griffin with a 21st overall pick in the first round, and then followed it up in the second round by selecting Texas tight end Josh Mann. These 2 rookies, along with the current core that we have in a very solid offensive line, should give Burton all the help that he needs to take a massive leap forward in his sophomore campaign. This defense was not good last year. They had their moments, but overall, they were not a unit that struck fear into our opponents. And we tried our best in the offseason to address that. We drafted Glenn Ramsey with our second first-round pick, and then we also, in the second round, took Chauncey Cherry at linebacker. He'll be part of a rotation with Cody Barton and second-year man Sergio Matias. And we also have our secret weapon, third-round pick C.J. Hicks. Now, his development is still hidden, but we found out through the amazing practice mode glitch that still exists in Madden that he has X-Factor development. And with these ratings, he is going to be starting in the slot for us day 1. I did think long and hard about who I wanted to start in the slot in week 1 between CJ Hicks and the veteran Mekhi Blackmon, but really I think it actually is a very simple decision. And I look at what my Eagles did when they drafted Cooper DeJean. When they did that, they had a quality slot corner in Avonte Maddox at the time, and they played DeJean sparingly. They developed him very slowly until Maddox was really struggling. He got hurt. They put DeJean in about week 6, and then the defense took off en route to them winning their second Super Bowl. I don't want to have to go through that. I know that Hicks is a better player now, has better development, has a better future ahead of him. There is no reason why Blackmon should be starting over him right now, and we are making the according move. Our week 1 opponent is one of our division rivals in the Denver Broncos. When we played them last year, we split the season series. We blew them out earlier in the year, met them a couple weeks later, and then lost in a heartbreaker. And this Broncos team, man, let me tell you, it is a good one. They have much more depth than us and much more high-end talent. And when I talk about high-end talent, I mean those guys rated 90 and above, and the depth is all of these guys, these mid to low 80s that make up the chunk of your roster. I mean, look at all these guys. In comparison, this is what our roster looks like. We have 2 high-end players, and then our depth of 80 overall players is significantly lower. Now we have a ton of youth, a ton of high development that will continue to get better as the season goes on, but right now we certainly are not the better team on paper. Bo Nix is the Broncos quarterback, coming in at an 85 overall. Never thought I'd see the day Bo Nix would be an 85 overall. He is a very good quarterback for our franchise. Great mobility. He's extremely accurate. There's not a lot of weaknesses to his game. We're going to have to be very, very stout in our pass rush and our coverage to stop him. The running game, it's not dominant with J.K. Dobbins, but they do have a nice 3-headed monster with him, R.J. Harvey, and rookie Raheem Gaines. 6'1", 220, and that kind of speed is really, really nice for the future of their ground game. The wide receiver core is still anchored by Courtland Sutton, now in year 10. He is not quite the player that he once was, but he's still a very quality wide receiver 1, and he's a guy that we still have to worry about going deep down the field against press coverage. So you're probably going to see a lot of cover 2 to his side, right? We had the same game plan last year when we played them, call a lot of cover 2 to him. The rest of these guys, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, I'll take my chances. One nice thing that we don't have to worry about as much is Evan Ingram. He's lost a lot of speed in his regression as he is aged, and he's no longer the athletic mismatch that he once was. He gave us a ton of problems last year. Almost all the tight ends did. I'm hoping that we have some more athletic linebackers who are able to compete against him. This offensive line is really solid. They have 2 young pieces on the left side and then more veterans on the right. They have a contingency plan prepared to replace Mike McGlinchey as he ages with Alonzo Porter. It was a stacked tackle class this past draft, so a lot of teams were able to address their present and future needs on the bookends of the offensive line. But obviously, when we're talking about the Broncos, we're not talking about the offense, no matter how good it may be, because this defense is where they make their money. Jonathan Cooper on the edge is the number 2, but the number 1 is Nick Bonito. He wasn't super impactful in our 2 games. He did get the best of DJ Glaze in a couple of reps, but Glaze is no longer our starter at right tackle. It is Olu Fashanu instead. Bonito, he'll move around, he'll rush off right tackle, left tackle. We got to be aware of where he is, slide our protection to him if he's going against Olu Fashanu. Then on the interior, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, and Savion Jones is a really nice trio. I'm really concerned about Allen. He missed the game against us where we blew out the Broncos. When he was back in, it was a much tougher game for us running the ball up the middle, which is where we make most of our money. And these linebackers are really solid. It's not just Dre Greenlaw and Ivan Pace. They also have Ernie Leno, who they drafted last year. And then, frankly, the star of the second game. The bane of my existence in that game was Jimmy Way, out of Utah, now in his second year, 230 pounds, very athletic. He's great against the run. Coverage, not so much. But when you got 4 linebackers like this that you can rotate around, it just does so much for your defense. And that's not even talking about the best corner in the entire NFL. Patrick Surtain, he's going to be going one-on-one against Parker Griffin. Griffin, 6'3", 230, ran a 4.3, 440. He is an athletic freak, but we're going to see him taking on the best player at his position in his very first game. Keep an eye out. That is the matchup to watch. Can Griffin win against one of the best players in the league? Rest of the secondary, it's a solid group. Daxon Hill, Jahdae Barron finally getting his chance to start after being behind Riley Moss for a couple of years. It's a solid secondary, nowhere near as good as the highs of Surtain. Dax Hill better in man coverage, Barron better in zone. It's a solid secondary that's being elevated by an elite corner. And obviously when you're able to have a corner as good as Surtain, you're able to rotate coverage away from him. And these safeties are very, very good. Brandon Jones and then Talanoa Hufanga link up the back end. Hufanga is always a problem in Madden with his size, speed, and hit power. Definitely watch out for him coming downhill if you're Ashton Genty, Ray Davis, anyone carrying the ball over the middle of the field. And then this game obviously is in Denver, so you have to be aware of the thin air and the improved kicking distance for not only Jason Sanders for the Broncos, but our very own UDFA AJ Marks, making his first career start Daniel Carlson, no longer the kicker for the Raiders, but Marks and his 99 kick power will be making his NFL debut in some of the thinnest air across the country. Week 1 will be the first of 3 weeks with us in the prime time slate. We have the 4:05 window against the Broncos, and we also have it against the Chiefs and the Browns before we take on Kansas City on Monday Night Football. And look at all of these prime window games. So many 4 o'clock window kicks. We got 2 primetime games. We barely have any 1 o'clock kicks. So you gotta think that the league is liking the Raiders as we move into year 2 under Jamarcus Russell. Things feel just a little bit different going into this season. We now have actual expectations. I remember how week 1 felt last year when we took on the Saints. I really just didn't know what to expect. And frankly, I don't know what to expect this year. We took a team that did not go 4-13 last year. We went 10-7, but now we have a lot of young talent. We have less veterans. We have more players that I personally have selected to fit what I want to do. And now we're going to see how it all comes together. The offense will be up first. And we are underway in Season 3. Savion Williams back deep to return this kickoff. Braylon Allen going to lead for him. Williams out past the 30 to the 33, where second-year man Dale Burton will take the field. 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for the Washington University product. I think that we're just going to start with a very, very nice, simple outside zone. Hopefully at this point you've gotten to see the outside zone chalk talk, me talking about why I love this run so much. We'll go ahead and read Jonathan Cooper to John Franklin Myers here on the inside. Just read this out. Let's make our cut. There we go. Ashton Genty with a gain of 6. I want to take my shot, man. We got a good quarterback now. We got a plethora of weapons at wide receiver. Let's go ahead and try and open up this offense early. Parker Griffin, number 17. We got middle field open. He's running this post. This is our chance. We might get some pressure. Let's see. We do off of the left side. We're going to roll out, just throw it away. Wasn't there. They rotated into cover 3. We didn't have the post. So we have man coverage. Linebackers out over Genty. The throw. This is the slop. We're going to have the slop against Pat Surtain with Parker Griffin. We're going to slide right. Colton Miller, you got to take Benito one-on-one. Here we go. Let's snap this thing. And Griffin over the middle. Oh my goodness, not a good route, and I just threw it blindly. Griffin is going to have some things to learn, and one of them is that when you have inside leverage here and you're running the slop, you got to break out here. He breaks in. And when I say that I threw it blindly, I expected him to break out. And this is one of the things that we don't have in Madden is when you press the button on the option route and you think you know where the ball is going, the quarterback will still throw it where the receiver is actually running his route. I didn't expect Griffin to break inside. He has all this leverage to the outside to break. He can do that on this play. The rookie's still got a couple of things to learn. So we're going to go ahead and punt this thing away. Good kick here from A.J. Cole. This thing's going to bounce right at the 4. Oh, but it takes a bit of a Denver bounce to get back out to the 15, where Bo Nix and the Bronco offense will take the field. I thought that was showing his season stats and it said 87 touchdowns. That would have been insane. We're going to focus on Nix, and we're going to make him hand it off on any kind of option. They're going Trey by flex, so we are going to respond with our usual cover 6 check. Go ahead, hand it off. This is RJ Harvey going all the way outside. Cody Barton gets stiff-armed into the ground, but Darian Porter and his 51 tackling are there to make the play. That is a great, great start. All right, here we are now, 2nd and 10. They're in tight. We're going to play this with cover 3 cloud, pressing up on Troy Franklin. Nix to throw, throws it outside. It is caught by Mims. He gets 6 before CJ Hicks shoves him out. And we're going to get Trey Y flex again. And we're going to mug this up. I will still go... We'll go regular quarter half. We won't go with the man variant. But here we go. Evan Ingram, let's get him pressed. We don't get the press off, but Nix, he has time. Taking a deep shot down the field, looking for Mims. CJ Hickson coverage broken up by the rookie, and we are getting off the field. This is one of the toughest coverages for a slot corner. We're playing Stubby to the trip side, which means carry. He's Meg on Cortland Sutton, and then CJ Clayton is reading 3-2 to make sure that Chauncey Cherry has help on anything vertical for number 3. 3 does go vertical here. You see Clayton's going over to poach and help out on number 3. So Hicks, he has to turn and burn, run with Marvin Mims, and he has a great job down the field. This is a long throw by Nix. He stays in phase and is able to knock the ball away from Mims. So we're playing a little bit of prime field position game. Denver going to be punting from their own 5-yard line. Kick is away. Tyree Irwin, the UDFA corner, back to receive. He's going to take this one, bend it all the way back outside. Irwin taken down right at midfield. Great job playing the field position. We're going to go ahead and go play action boot here on first down. Definitely want to watch out for Benito. This throw might have to get out quick. Nope. Right there, wide open, rookie Josh Mann gets a block from Trey Tucker into Denver territory with a gain of 21. You know, I've talked so much about when we had Michael Mayer on our team last year that him and Bowers weren't quite the Boston TE party. I think we have that pairing now. We'll run a little power. Ashton Genty, great block. Terry Weary. Genty will go untouched. 29 yards for the first score of the year. What a beautiful job by the offensive line, blocking up some power. And last year's reigning rushing leader picks up right where he left off. So we're running power here, and the unique thing is a lot of times you run power to the strong side, which is the side that we have tight end Josh Mann on. The defense responds, they put their 3 technique to the side of Mann and Zach Allen, so we got a 1 technique backside. What this means is we are 3 for 3 once we pull Terry Weary. The most important block that we have here is actually Jackson Powers Johnson if he's able to get back and get hands on the 3 technique, which he does. Weary does a great job on his pull. He's able to seal off Dre Greenlaw in the run through. All of that to say though, Brandon Jones has a chance to make a play here. It'll still be a gain of 5 or 6, or even a broken tackle for Genty. But he could slow up Ashton just enough for his teammates to come help him. But what is this angle, man? This is terrible. He just runs right away from the play. And Genty's not a guy you want to let into the open field. When you do, bad things happen for the defense. Obviously, good things for us. And the downfield blocking also, fantastic job by Trey Tucker on Daxton Hill. You know, I thought Parker Griffin was the guy with the great run blocking rating. Take a look at Trey Tucker here. He holds up Hill long enough for Genty to get by him, and he is gone. Back on offense now are the Broncos. We're going to respond with going penny, and we will go quarter half. Make sure we get that cover 2 over Cortland Sutton. Nick's play action to throw. He's got Evan Ingram. That's a nice job by the defense rallying the 2 rookies, Hicks and Ramsey. We're going to blitz CJ Hicks off the slot here with the condensed stack set to the right side. Nick's to throw. He's in trouble. No, he gets away. Ball thrown. Caught. Cortland Sutton first down. No. The blitz was perfectly timed. The protection didn't see Hicks whatsoever, but Nick's able to break out of the sack and throw an absolute knuckleball over the middle of the field. Oh, that's a killer. Pistol look now for Denver. They go play fake again. Nick's over the middle. Oh, it's dropped off the hands of Marvin Mims. Cody Barton did not get quite deep enough there on his coverage drop. Another tight, condensed look here. We're going to load up the front, away from the back to the tight end. Nix throws over the middle. It is caught. Troy Franklin. That is a first down for Denver. More tight looks for Denver. They run a lot of these. We're going to respond with some pressure. We're mugging it, but we're going to drop out. Nix, he throws over the middle. Broken up by Terrell Carey. What a nice rep there. All right, right where we want to be now. 3rd down and 10. We're going to go ahead And we're going to dial up a stunt here. I don't have a lot of time. But we're going to go man-to-man. And we're going to dial up a stunt. Keon White in the game at defensive tackle. We're going man-to-man across the board. Drop into the middle here with Clayton. Throw. Caught. Evan Ingram. He beats Mekhi Blackman for the first down. You're telling me 81 speed. Evan Ingram is still able to win on a corner route against a very athletic corner. I even went dime. Oh, that's terrible. Nix to throw on first down. Has time to the end zone. Oh, it's caught! A fantastic grab by Troy Franklin. Cody Barton was there. And I like to dog on Cody Barton a little bit because I love my young rookie linebackers. But that's great coverage. It's right there. Barton makes the hit, but he's still able to come down with it. That's just a great throw by Nix and a great job by Franklin hanging on through the contact. All right. We're all tied up now. One thing that I did prioritize adding into the playbook this year that we were severely lacking last season was more RPOs just like this. We read where the linebacker goes, swing it out, Josh Mann, first down. Oh, he lost the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Hufanga knocked it out, but we still get a nice gain there out to the 34. Let's go ahead and get the jet motion going. Parker Griffin coming in motion. We'll fake it to him, hand it off. Genty, there we go. That's a nice run. First down. Ashton Genty, Jack Westover, the fullback, leading the way there. All right, looks like we maybe got some kind of man read here. We're going quick game. We'll read the right side. Just read our triangle out. Try and hit Tucker. He's able to hang on. Sertan not able to knock it out. Good focus by Tucker. 3rd and 1. Whole playbook's open. But I think we want to be pretty safe and smart here. I would love if I can find some duo. We have one duo snap here. Yeah, we don't want pullers here, especially against goal line. You definitely don't want any pullers. Risk of run-throughs is just too high. Man in motion. We're going to run right behind the tight ends. Hand it off. Genty. There we go. First down. He takes a big hit. He'll probably have to come out after that one, but he does his job. Gets the first down. Light front here for Denver. This is a linebacker walked up over Steve Holloway. So I like our chances here on this rep. Give it to Genty. What a cut! Just bouncing it all the way back. Ashton Genty down to the 21. Maybe eventually I will do a Chalk Talk talking about inside zone as well. But the aiming point for inside zone really kind of depends. I like to push the butt of the center. So you see I try and get myself all the way back here. The run is trying to take me strong side, but I also recognize that the linebacker is flowing, but I see what Terry Weary's trying to do here. He's the one who's come off of the combo block, so I know that I want to cut back to his side. We stick our foot in the ground, and not every running back can do this as efficiently as Ashton Genty. Look how he almost gains speed as he makes that cut, man. Looks like we got zone here. My throw is Genty on this access route, provided we can get it out there to him. Yes, we can. Gain of 9. Genty, he caught 45 passes or something like that last year. We're going to feed him the ball again. He is going to get the ball in the running game, in the passing game. He is the engine that makes our offense go. And how about this? We'll bring the big man on the field. 6'9", 365-pound tackle. Eric Ramos runs some split zone with him. Genty first down inside the 10, down to the 8. Already 7 carries for 77 yards, and this first quarter is not over. Genty's still in the game here. This is why we drafted Parker Griffin, or one of the reasons, to run some crack toss. He's got great blocking at the point of attack. Pitch it out. Genty, good blocks, everybody. Touchdown, Ashton Genty, his second on the day. What a beautiful rep. Parker Griffin seals everything off on the crack toss. We pull Terry Weary. We pull Jackson Powers Johnson. That's a really tough block for a center to pull from under center. That was beautiful, man. All right, back on defense. We got 4-strong bunch coming here for Denver. So we're going to roll over here. We're going to be 5 over 4 on the bunch. Pass. Oh, it's caught. Troy Franklin pulling away. Got the best of Terrell Carey there. They ran a ton of crossing routes over the middle of the field. And that's going to be the last play of a very entertaining first quarter. All right, coming out here 1st and 10. It is a little bit of a stack look, so we're going to pounder this. It's a handoff to Dobbins. It gets blown up by second-year defensive tackle Tommy Donaldson. With the departure of Johnny Newton in free agency, we are going to have Donaldson take a much bigger role in our defense. He's going to be playing almost every single down in terms of at least run defense, and he makes his impact felt right there. More bunch here for the Broncos. Nix is going to set up a screen to Dobbins. Here we go. This is trouble in space. Dobbins, Cherry's able to chase him down, but not until he's able to get the first down. Another kind of a stack look. We will pounder this onto this side. Nix to throw. He's got all short routes. It's caught. Evan Ingram, he's pulling away from CJ Clayton now. Dude, he is not athletic enough. There's no way that he is that athletic at 31 years old or whatever old he is to be pulling away from very athletic members of our secondary. First down, Nix, play fake to Dobbins, takes a shot down the field. What happened here? This ball's in the air. It's incomplete. Oh my. So I have no idea what Terrell Carey is doing here or what he's triggering on. This is just straight quarters, not palms. I don't know why he is triggering. Luckily, first rounder Glenn Ramsey gets a very easy win against Evan Ingram. He's able to pressure Nix and force the ball to not get all the air into it. So Sutton has to stop. And then it bounces off of his hands, off of Carey's and Clayton's hands together. What a long way to go for a very short drink of water in just an incomplete pass. Gonna go ahead and run a little bit of a twist here on this right side with Sanders and Tyree Wilson. Play fake again for Nix. He throws, it's caught. Evan Ingram. He is just toasting us right now. The old man still got it. More stacked looks means more pounder from our defense. Nix to throw. Once again, out route caught. Marvin Mims just pulling away from Terrell Carey down to the 3. We are not able to hang right now in man coverage, guys. This is not good. We have a very short first down and goal rep now. Denver going to spread us out. They're throwing. Nix has time. Now in trouble. Down he goes. Sacked by Brendan Mays. Second year, second round pick from last season. He gets the first sack of season 3. It should have been Terrell Carey, but we won't talk about that. Second and goal. Nix, he's going to throw again to the corner of the end zone. Oh, it's caught by Troy Franklin again. And Darian Porter didn't even try for the ball. Nix just hucked it up there. What are we doing, guys? Darian Porter, 6'3", one of the most athletic testers at corner of all time. You tell me you can't jump for that? First down for Burton in the offense. We're going to hand this thing off to Trey Tucker. Let the speedster get the ball going to the edge. He's able to pick up 4. Not a great block there from Parker Griffin. I would have expected a little bit more from a guy who is as massive as he is, but we will come out now. 2nd and 6. I mean, this hole is wide open here. We're going to motion Darnell Washington over. Yeah, guys, look at the gap here. We should be able to get a ton of yardage here. Let's go, Genty. Here we go. Runs right over. Is that Jimmy Way who got ran over? Please tell me that is. No, it's Ernie Leno instead. Brings up 3rd and 2. I thought that we maybe finally defeated Jimmy Way after a whole year of me wanting to do this. But no, we don't. 3rd and 2. We're going to bring the heavy personnel out. We're going to run outside zone. Here we go. Genty, just make your cut. Get the first down. Hang on to the ball, baby. There we go. Into Denver territory. Genty already over 100 yards on the day. 2nd down and 5. We're going to motion Brock Bowers and set up a screen the other way. Josh Mann, the rookie tight end with his 2nd catch, able to get the first down. A little bit of pressure sent by Denver. Perfect time for a screen. 2nd and 10. I think we might be getting pressure here from Denver. So this throw could be to Darnell Washington. I think that's exactly what I want to do. Hit the big man. Hit the 295-pound tight end. He gets down to the 30. Gain of 8. Brings up a very manageable 3rd down and 2. And we're not messing around here. We got 7 offensive linemen on the field, baby. We're going to shift out here. Get a man out of the box with Josh May. He's going to line up in a 3-point stance at wide receiver. We're not messing around here. Give it to Genty. Get the first down. Ray Davis in the game now. We got single high. We're going to read out our spot concept. All the pressure coming. Get it to Parker Griffin. That is his first catch for the first round pick out of UCLA. All the pressure came. I think that was engage 8. Yes, it was. And right now we have an opportunity to play our cards very favorably if we're able to maybe run a little bit of clock, but I think I'm going to be getting pressure, so I want to actually go bootleg here. Let's see. All right, we're rolling. We're rolling. Griffin's open. Hit him, Burton. Oh, Parker, no! No! You got to catch the ball, man. Here we go instead. 3rd and 5. All right, middle of the field's open, so we want to peek this to Bowers really fast if we can. Protection looks good. We got a motion Griffin. We got to get going here, guys. I don't think this throw to Bowers will be there, but we'll peek it really fast. Does he win? No, he does not. Burton, he's got to throw the ball. It's almost intercepted by Hufanga. They went man. Everything was locked up. I mean, maybe the corner route. So we will bring on the rookie, A.J. Marks, for his first field goal attempt. We got an easy one for you, buddy. 27 yards out. And you better believe he's got plenty of leg to drill that through. 17-14 Broncos. Not Broncos, Raiders. What am I talking about? All right, 2-minute drill now for Denver. They're going to have all the time that they want to go about their business on this drive. So I'm not going to call this any differently than we normally would. Let's just go ahead and adjust, get back into quarter half here. Oh, man, we got stuck on the D-line, but it's a sack for Tyree Wilson. What happened? It didn't even look like he got blocked. And that's exactly what happened. The Broncos slid the protection all the way to the left. I guess it was the mug from Drew Sanders that scared them, but there's no reason the full slide. You have 5 against 5. I really don't understand what they're doing here, but it leaves Tyree Wilson completely unblocked. Good for Tyree Wilson, though, man. We re-signed him. He may not have been a successful, first-round pick, but he's still a good player, and he's going to be a rotational guy for us. Nix to throw over the middle. It's caught by Dobbins. Cherry brings him down. Clock is a little bit of a factor here now. They're going tight. We're going to go cover 3 here. All right, I got all my adjustments in. Nix to throw. He has time. In trouble. No, he gets away from Brendan Mays, but he can't get the first down. Cherry brings him down. We'll call that second timeout. Denver, I imagine, is going to punt. That's a great job by the defense rallying there. I thought when he broke away that I was about to lose it, but great job by the defense. They are going to punt. We'll go safe man just in case. I've seen crazier things than a fake punt at the 30. But they're going to kick it away. So Irwin, we will just fair catch this. And we'll have our own 2-minute drill to try and get some points. Now, I did mention in the last episode that with A.J. Marks, I was able to kick a 70-yard field goal in practice with him. I have no idea what the Denver thin air means for that possibility, but we are absolutely not running a draw here. No way, Jose. We are just going to pure progress this thing. Way too many guys in the box. We're just going to pure progress this. Burton, we're in trouble. Get it to Genty. He's there. Come on, Ashton. Stay in bounds. Now get out. There we go. That's a gain of 9. Ooh. Whoa, boy. That was a lot. A lot to sift through there. They're doing a lot of these sim pressures. 2nd and 1 to the air again. Let's go. Step up in the pocket. Hit him. There's Parker Griffin. Nice catch. We do have a little bit of time. We can go ahead. I want to hurry up here. We only have 1 timeout left. Let's stop celebrating, Parker. Come on, baby. Here we go. Let's go ahead. Get right into bunch. We will have 1 more play before I want to take this timeout. Weak box. Really weak box. We're going to check into a QB draw, actually. Dale Burton, he's got a little bit of speed. Run behind Big Steve Holloway. There we go. That will not be a first down, but we're past midfield. We will take the second timeout. Loaded box now. Lots of mugged up backers. We're just going to screen this to Genty. See if we can get some quick yardage. Maybe get out of bounds here. Let's see. Get it out. Linemen are leading for us. Can we get the block on Surtain? Yes, we can. Can we get out? Yes, we can. There we go, baby. But we've also got single high here. And you know what this means. Single high, let it fly. I want to see, does Surtain crash down on Griffin? If not, we might have the throw on the slot fade to man. Nope, we'll take it to Griffin. Oh no! Picked off by Surtain! Oh, we're not catching him. That ball was floated way more than I wanted it to be. Patrick Surtain takes it back for a touchdown. That ball was floated by Burton. If you're going to throw that, you got to rip it. And I thought that I pushed the button hard enough. Burton only had 2 interceptions all of last year, and that perfect 2-minute drill has just gone to waste. With no timeouts left, we just kneel it out and take ourselves to halftime. Really, we've kind of played almost a perfect game on offense until the interception. And it's just unfortunate because turnovers that directly lead to points, I mean, that is just such a deflator. It's such a predictor of wins and losses. And Denver gets the ball, and our defense has been a bit wishy-washy so far. I think we're playing well. I need to prioritize guarding Troy Franklin a bit more, but it's just a tough feeling when everything's been going well, and then you have a bad play like that right before half, and then you feel really, really sucky going into the locker room. But the run game's been good. We're imposing our will on the ground. You know, passing game, not great. It's been okay. Play action game's been all right. We had a drop touchdown from Parker Griffin. We were able to score later, though. It's just a pick six. Pick six has hurt us, and that's really been it so far. All right, we're definitely going to need a big stop from the defense here now that Denver has the lead. They're coming out in this tight look. We're going to go ahead, rush 5, handoff to Dobbins, taken down by Derek Hall. All right, good job. We get him in a 2nd and long. They're likely going to be throwing it now. And we'll see if we can maybe give C.J. Hicks a second chance at getting to Bo Nix. RPO, though, this is out. Troy Franklin, he's got a gain of 3. Nice job by Barton reading it. And we will go half quarter to this. Make sure we get enough guys over the trips. Make sure we help out against Evan Ingram. Nix to throw. He's got Ingram. Cody Barton gets toasted. And it's a first down for Denver. Handoff here to Dobbins. Barton makes a good play coming up the field. He's able to do a good job when it's a run play, but man, in pass coverage is he kind of just terrible. 2nd and 8, Nix, he's going to hand it off again to Dobbins. Not a lot going for the Broncos on the ground. But 3rd and 4, they're going to bring an extra receiver on the field. We will respond by doing the same. And they're probably going to motion in the bunch, maybe. But we're gonna box this. Yep, it's bunch. We're gonna box it. We're okay. We're okay. Over the middle, Troy Franklin. He pulls away. Cody Barton, dude. What am I gonna do about Cody Barton? EA also loves to do this, where they just take out your sub linebackers at halftime. I don't know why, but I'm going to take out Cody Barton, and it's going to be Cherry and Matthias as the sub linebackers. I don't know why EA loves to do this. I thought they fixed the whole thing of, oh, we're going to change your lineup for you, but they still do. So that's great. But Cherry is now in, so we have some more speed at linebacker. But Denver driving again. Nix to throw. He has time. It's Evan Ingram. He pulls away from Darian Porter. He's got 96 speed. Why can you not cover tight ends in Madden, dude? Utterly ridiculous that an 81 speed tight end can pull away from a 96 speed corner. This has been a problem for years. We're going to stay in the same scheme. They run a screen. Drew Sanders is there. Former Bronco in a revenge game. First time playing his former team. Gets the TFL. Nix to throw. He's going to lob it out to Dobbins. Nice job, Glenn Ramsey. Brings him down. It's a loss of 4. Chauncey Cherry running the pole is exactly what we want in this situation. Screen, set it up. We should have enough guys here to rally. Gilman can't make the tackle. No. RJ Harvey breaks a tackle and he gets into the end zone. What a pathetic effort by the defense, man. What was that? And now we get put in a game script that we don't like being in. When we're down by multiple possessions, it limits our ability to run the ball. Now, we're not quite screwed yet. There's still a lot of time left in this game. So we can go ahead and still run the ball with Genty. We can still have our game plan be as usual, but we're just a little bit more pressed. The margin for error is just a little bit thinner. We'll hit Trey Tucker on this RPO. He pulls away from Daxton Hill. There we go, into Bronco territory. That is the kind of play that we need if we're going to get ourselves back in this game. Little RPO here. We'll read what Jahdae Barron does out of the slot. I think he's coming. Yes, he is. We'll hit Brock Bowers. This is his first catch of the day, which is a really, really bad job by me of this being Bowers' first time getting the ball. Brings up 2nd and 6, single high. We have 2 backs in the backfield. We're going to go ahead and hand this off. Ray Davis on his first carry as a Raider. He's able to get 2. 3rd and 4. We're in field goal range, so, you know, we could kick if that's what it comes down to. But we got single high, so I definitely like our access throw here if we can get it, but we also just want to get the first down. Yep, we're going to rip this thing. Hit Griffin. There we go. Parker Griffin beats Surtain, able to hang on down at the 20. Just needed to wait long enough. 2nd and 4, we'll give it to Ray Davis. Let the motion from Genty maybe pull someone out of the box. No, it actually pulls Hufanga into the box. We give it to Davis, but he's going to fight ahead down to the 2. We have an injury timeout. It's Trey Tucker. All right, well, Dante Thornton will come in, and Thornton kind of plays a similar role to Tucker in terms of being the speed threat. Here we go. On the goal line, we're going to run spot. We're going to use some rub routes to create chaos. We're going to try and hit Jack Westover. Oh, it's not there. Man is... Oh, that throw is way too late. It's picked off by Hufanga. Oh, I should have just dirted that. Bad throw. Bad decision. Bad all around. This is how you lose games. Wasn't even close to man. I mean, if I'm going to throw out to man, that's got to be thrown so much earlier. Oh, this is a clinic in just how not to play quarterback and how to screw yourself, man. Well, we just learned that Trey Tucker is going to be out for the rest of this game, which is definitely not what we want to be hearing. First down, handoff to Dobbins. Their ground game hasn't been doing anything. It's the passing game that has been doing all of the damage for Denver at this point. Nick's throwing, pass, caught by Cortland Sutton. We can't buy a PBU at this point. But we have 3rd and 1. I think we have to be really aggressive here. We have to try and get a stop. We're going to blitz. We're going to crowd the line, key the fullback. He'll take us where the play is going. We're blitzing Chauncey Cherry, rushing Nix. He's got all day, and it's caught by who else but Evan Ingram. End of the 3rd quarter. At this point, we can't allow any more points. I have screwed myself with too many turnovers. 2 turnovers is basically a guaranteed way to lose, especially if you're -2. So we have to get a stop. I mean, a stop is the only way that we can rectify this. Any more points that Denver scores, and it'll just be game over. Play fake for Nix. In trouble. Down he goes! Glenn Ramsey with his first career NFL sack. He gets the best of Mike McGlinchey. There we go. All right, now we're in 3rd and long. But the last 3rd and long that we were in, we allowed a screen to go all the way for a touchdown. So let's not do that again, guys. I'd really love it if we could not do that. But we're going to go ahead, same exact thing. We'll stunt it up. We'll protect the sticks. I mean, there's not much more that I can do here. Motion out is Dobbins to throw. Nix has all day. Time running out. Throws over the head of Marvin Mims. Incomplete. Mays got some pressure finally, and we're able to get off the field. All right, at this point, we got to play pretty much flawlessly to have a chance. I mean, if we got a field goal in the last drive even, this would have been such a different situation. But now, no Trey Tucker. We really don't have time to run the ball. We have to get points is what we're living in right now. And we got zone. We also got a light box. So I'm going to check into the QB draw. We'll run this thing again. Here we go, Dale Burton. Let's get our yardage. We'll get 6. That's a good start. And they've been hitting us with a lot of man, especially out of these single high looks, with a lot of cover 1. So we'll go ahead, run some mesh. And there we go. We'll hit Brock Bowers. There's our first down. We're moving. I wanted to go fast there, but I couldn't get the snap off. Okay, they're running quarters. This is quarters. We'll slide to Benito. Make sure we get protection on him. Here we go. We're pure progressing this thing. Hit Bowers. That's a lot of space for Brock Bowers. First down into Denver territory. There's where we want to be. This is 100% press man here. We're going to go ahead. We get right into mesh. Let's let our crossing routes do their thing. Oh, do we have Genty? That's a bad choice by me. What am I doing? What am I doing? If you can't tell, I have not played in a couple of days. I am playing absolutely horribly right now. We have man across the board. Really, my throw is actually Josh Mann. Let's see. On the outbreak, that's not where I wanted him to go. It's knocked down by Ernie Leno. We can kick the field goal. We are in field goal range. We can kick this. AJ Mark's on from 54. He's got the leg to drill this. Oh my God. There was 7-mile-an-hour winds pushing left. How was that not enough to... Oh my, this feels like the Cardinals game from last year all over again, where I just made mistake after mistake to lose the game. I mean, we don't have time now. We don't have time. We need stops immediately, but Denver's still passing. To the air goes Nix. No! Carey, no! You could have made up for everything right there. Oh no! We're in a position. We can handle this. We'll be okay, guys. We got this. 3rd and 9. Wide look. We're rushing. 4. Nix to throw to the corner. Oh, it's knocked down by me. All right. CJ Clayton knocks it down. I was using him. We get off the field. Man, if we just made the freaking field goal, dude. But now we really don't have time. And we still have time. It's still possible. We can score, get a stop. We have the 2-minute warning. We have timeouts, but we're just wasting chances now. Oh, come on! No! No, it's picked off by Nick Benito and he takes it back. Dude! I'm trying to set up a mid-screen to Deontay Thornton, and Nick Benito just decides to rain on my parade because Colton Miller gets in his freaking way. Oh my God. Well, when it rains, it pours, right, guys? Benito chucks Colton Miller, who just isn't able to get out the way. And because of that, and also because Burton is a short king, right? He's 6 feet tall. He's not able to get enough height on the ball to throw the screen to Thornton. And Benito picks it off. And Burton gets put on his freaking butt. Oh my God. Well, at this point, the game is pretty much over. We're just going to try and test some things out, see if we can get any kind of productive end to the game. Burton gets hit immediately. A 4-man rush is destroying our offensive line that is certainly good enough to handle it. I mean, this is awful. Absolutely awful. Single high. I want to hit my access throw. It's not there, though. You know who is? Josh Mann. He hands on. All right, we got to go fast. We don't have time to mess around with huddling. We just don't have time. Well, guys, it's 4th down and 10. We really have no other option but to go for it here. I'm not expecting to get it, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna try and hit this dig. Parker Griffin. There we go. We get the first down. We're moving, you know, and this isn't quite over. It's almost over, but it's not quite over. Well, that'll do. That'll do. We'll lob it out. Brock Bowers, you got your catch, buddy. There we go. That's a touchdown. That play is really, really good when we get man. We get a little rub route underneath, and if Bowers is able to win on the release, which he does against most slot corners, especially when we go empty, if they go dime, it's too easy. All right, we get our score, but I think this might be a little bit too little too late. Nix to throw. 1st and 10. They're still just throwing, and they're still just getting it. We're just giving it to them. Don't even know why we bothered showing up today on defense. We're just going to give it to them. Nix to throw again. Throws a slant. Caught by Marvin Mims. I mean, 3rd and 5. I mean, this right here, this is the game. I mean, this really is the game. I'm going to blitz. I'm going to blitz. We're going to play underneath, and we're going to hope to God that we can get home. We're sending 6. They're only blocking 5. Nix, you got to get the ball out quick, buddy. He doesn't. Sacked by Chauncey Cherry. We'll call a timeout. Time is more valuable than timeout, so there is a theoretical chance that if we can get down the field and kick a field goal before the 2-minute warning, we can get the ball back. But that is a tough ask, and this punt is going to pin us very deep at the 7. Oh, what a catch by Josh Mann. There we go. We got to hurry up. We don't have time. We don't have time. Stop celebrating. Middle of the field was open. We just got to go. We just got to go, guys. I would love to get out of bounds if we can. Slide protection right, please. We're just loading up on that side. Here we go, and we're going to get sacked. We got to take a timeout. All right, pressure is definitely 100% coming off this left side. Look at the stacked DBs over there. So we're going to have a possible seam ball. We're going to go away from the pressure. We'll hit Parker Griffin. He hangs on. We got to get the ball off for a 2-minute warning, guys. We really got to get this off. And then if we get the first down, we probably have to say field goal getting out there. Here we go, though. We'll hit the throw. Bowers. There we go. That's a first down and more. Okay, we will kick the field goal now. AJ Marks, 1 for 2 today. This one from 51. Oh, no. Dude, I'm terrible. I am terrible at this game. Well, that's game over. That's game. We can't do anything now. 3rd and 5. Nix is throwing. He's now running, trying to get away. He cannot. That's going to be a 2nd sack for Glenn Ramsey. Nix went out of bounds. I have no idea why. Okay, well, we'll get the ball back, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because I missed the field goal. And Daniel Carlson, I don't know where Daniel Carlson is now, but he's probably laughing his ass off at me. I've taken Genty out. There's no point in him being in here anymore. Ray Davis is in. I don't want to get Genty hurt, so we're just going to throw the ball, pad our stats, I guess, and get out of here. Well, the good news, this was week 1. And we know exactly why we lost this game. It's the big 3 interceptions and 2 pick sixes that I threw with Dale Burton. 1 in the end zone, 1 right before half, and then 1 when the game was already close to being out of reach. Then 2 missed field goals do it. So we know why we lost this game. It's not a question of, oh, we need to search for answers. No, we know exactly what happened. The bad news is it's against a division rival in Denver, who are going to play again, and they're a very tough team, and I would expect them to be competing for this division. So every game against a division rival, don't show me that. Get that play off the freaking screen, man. But every single loss at this point that we're going to have, especially if it's against a division rival, we already did not have a good divisional record last year. Every divisional loss is just so crucial towards how this playoff picture could play out. Burton threw for a lot of yards. The yards per attempt was good, but the 3 interceptions certainly were not. We basically had to abandon the running game. Genty only got like 2 carries in the second half because we just went down so quickly and screwed ourselves in terms of clock management and everything. Receiving, you know, Josh Mann goes over 100 yards, so does Brock Bowers. Parker Griffin gets 90. Trey Tucker has to leave with the injury. I imagine he'll be okay, however. And the defense was a bit wishy-washy. We did get stops at some times, but we also then just gave the ball right back on offense, so that really wasn't good. Chauncey Cherry was all over the field with 9 tackles. Glenn Ramsey had a sack. Cherry did as well. I think the pass rush did their job. The secondary, though, did not. We dropped an easy interception with Terrell Carey. We had at least one more with him that wasn't converted into a pick. And overall, Bo Nix just had way too efficient of a day. I mean, 7 incompletions. It doesn't even feel like he had that many. But it's still a point to prove that we have a long way to go. We get an upgrade here for Steve Holloway. It's pretty simple with him. He's already really good against power. We want to get him a little bit better against finesse rushing. So we're going to go ahead and give him an agile upgrade. Yeah, that's our QB1. Classic. Leaving out the biggest part of the stat line, showing why we freaking lost. Man, don't tell me that our fake social media team's going to embarrass ourselves too. Our opponents in week 2 are the Kansas City Chiefs. They won their first game 23-6 against the Chargers in week 1, but ahead of that game, we have a rookie OTAs storyline. Don't tell me that this is continuing the Drew Sanders saga. Oh no, we're on the practice field. No, it's Drew Sanders again. No, is this gonna pop up every single week? Why is this happening? And why is it Drew Sanders? I love Drew Sanders, but why couldn't it be someone more useful like Chauncey Cherry or Parker Griffin, Glenn Ramsey, a guy we actually drafted in the first round? Get up to speed quickly, Drew. Give me another 2,500 XP and get out of here. Well, don't worry, guys. That scenario for Drew Sanders combined with our practice got him another upgrade point. So we're going to go ahead and get him to a 76 overall. You know, I always love playing the Chiefs because it's so interesting how their roster develops as the years go on in your franchise. Obviously, some things will remain consistent like Patrick Mahomes, but this team really has changed from what they were a couple of years ago when they were winning Super Bowls with this high-powered offense. We know this, but this change has just continued to develop. I think their quarterback room is really fun. They have Anthony Richardson as a backup, and then a superstar dev UDFA in Sam Lowe, who actually has the franchise QB tag, which is extremely interesting. Now, he's a very long way away, and he's a very hefty passer, but extremely interesting to see what could become of him. And this quarterback room is really, really fun. At running back, Isaiah Pacheco, really not concerned about what he's going to do as a rusher. In the games we played against Kansas City last year, it was more his damage as a receiver that got to us. That, combined with the propensity of this playbook to feed the tight end in Noah Gray, who had a breakout year last year in his first year replacing Travis Kelce, makes me think this is going to be a heavy quarters to get the natural double teams on number 2 and cover one game to get a man on Isaiah Pacheco every single snap. I would expect to see a lot of Chauncey Cherry to keep up with him. The wide receiver room took a big hit with Rashee Rice leaving the team in free agency to go to Arizona to pair up with Trey McBride and Marvin Harrison to make a terrifying wide receiver trio. But they still have Xavier Worthy, and they signed Quentin Johnston to be that replacement for Rashee Rice. Now, I think this does play into our hand very well when it comes to game planning because Darian Porter can take Xavier Worthy. He's got the speed and the athleticism to handle it. And then Terrell Carey is bigger, a bit more stiff, but still fast in a straight line. He can handle Johnson's skill set no problem. In the slot is Adonai Mitchell, who I must add was a Raider for about 5 minutes. He was on our practice squad in week 1 of last season, and then he was promptly signed away, but he has found his role as the starting slot wide receiver. And the Chiefs have continued to build their offensive line. Not only do they have Josh Simmons developing into a very quality left tackle, they drafted Rashad Bernard this season, already an 81 overall left guard, combined with Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith. This is automatically, I think, the best interior offensive line of football. And they finally went ahead and said enough is enough of Jawan Taylor and his false starts, and Rozer Rosengarten is starting at right tackle. The defensive line contains 2 of the usual suspects with George Karlaftis and Chris Jones, but they also have second-year interior defensive lineman Junior Walford. Don't tell me that they got another future stud to take over after Chris Jones begins to regress and leaves the team. Jones is an absolute pain to deal with in Madden, and so is Nick Bolton. This guy was flying all over the field in our games last year and made it really, really tough for us to run the ball on them. Now, they do still have Leo Chenal, but Drew Tranquil did end up leaving the team in free agency. He's no longer here, so at least they don't have 3 really good linebackers. They only have 2, but these 2 are still very, very solid. Now, they are not good in coverage. We can try and exploit them there. We do have more RPOs in the playbook, particularly for the Chiefs in situations like this. But downhill in the run game, it's going to be tough sledding with them and Jones in the middle. At corner, it really is Trent McDuffie and then everyone else. Now, McDuffie is a slot. He plays in the nickel. That's where he'll be this game. The one guy that I would trust to be able to win against McDuffie is Brock Bowers. He is big enough and good enough of an athlete that I think he can get his against McDuffie. But I really like our matchups against the rest of these corners, particularly Noel Williams. So Williams, he'll be lined up as the number 1 outside corner, which means he'll be seeing a lot of wide receiver 2 in Madden, which is Parker Griffin. Now you see a 6-foot corner with sub 90 speed going up against a 6'3" wide receiver who ran a 4.34. I think the speed advantage and the natural advantage goes to Griffin. Now they did sign Alontae Taylor in free agency. He has the speed to keep up with Trey Tucker in a straight line, but I'm a little bit concerned about that agility and change of direction. Tucker's a pretty shifty guy. I wonder if we can get ours against Taylor. And that's always fun to see where some of your former players end up. Isaiah Polamau is starting at free safety for Kansas City. He's big. He's a pretty decent athlete. He did okay for us last year. He's not great against the run. He is the truest sense of the word, a bridge player, and that's exactly what the Chiefs see him as. And then at the other safety spot, they have Levi Pierman in his second year. So not incredibly fast safeties, but I don't think that they're going to be a massive issue. Pierman, very, very good in zone coverage. Not great coming up and tackling, so that's maybe a weakness of these two at safety, but it rounds out a decent secondary that if we can neutralize McDuffie's impact, I think we actually have the advantage, which is really fun to say, because normally we don't have the advantage, or at least we didn't back in Season 1. And one move that I am going to make is I am going to start Sergio Matias fully at Mike. Initially, what I was doing last week was Barton was getting the starting reps at Mike, so he was playing in base and in penny, but he's just so bad in coverage right now, and I just think we have to give a chance to Matias to see if he can be any bit better than Cody Barton was. He's younger, he is the future starter, he's got very similar athleticism to Barton, he may even be better against the run, and our run defense was certainly not the concern. Last week we held Denver to a very measly 21 rushing yards. Here we are in Vegas for the home opener. You know Charles Woodson's going to be here. Everybody say hi to Charles. He's been here for every single home game of the year, and I'm sure we probably sneak him on the bus for the away games as well. Trying to get the sour taste of week 1 out of our mouth. But it's always a tough matchup against Kansas City. Andy Reid's still here. Patrick Mahomes is still here. The team around them may change, but it's still the same old Chiefs that you've been seeing for the past decade. That is a massive kick returner. That's, I believe his name is Juan Holmes. He's 6'6". Why is he returning kickoffs? That's insane. Patrick Mahomes coming out now in his 11th NFL season. It's still crazy to think of Mahomes as the old vet now. It's really, really nuts. But one thing about Kansas City, if you remember this, they came out in a ton of bunch, and that gave us a lot of problems in our second meeting against them. We are going to press against Xavier Worthy. I trust Darian Porter can handle him in press coverage. Running the ball with Isaiah Pacheco, they're going to get 4 yards, not 6, on the first snap of the game. We're going to go ahead and shift late, get into cover 1 here. We'll get motion in. Oh boy, that's a bad mismatch, but it's incomplete. Glenn Ramsey was in coverage over the slot receiver. I was in penny. He was on Adonai Mitchell. That was just very, very messy. I'm glad we didn't get beat there. I couldn't even, put the words together to begin to figure out what the issue was. But 3rd and 6, we get gun tray Y flex. We know what this is. I actually don't want carry pressing here. We're going to back him off. Mahomes to throw. Here we go. Time running out. Throws over the middle. Oh, it's caught. A great catch from Quentin Johnston. He had CJ Clayton all over him. But the former Charger, known for his suspect hands, able to hang on through the contact. And they're still coming out and under center, but in bunch. So I'm actually going to respond with base. A bit of a questionable move. We'll see if it pays off for us. We'll still press Worthy here. And it's going to be a play fake from Mahomes. Wide open Noah Gray. Can Gilman get off the block? Yes, he can, but my goodness, the bootleg really got us there. We're getting a stack look, so we're going to go man-to-man right now. We're going to play Pounder over this side. Hand off to Pacheco. He's got a lot of running room. First down, Isaiah Pacheco. That Kansas City interior offensive line is giving us some issues to start. And they're going to come out in a closed, condensed set. We'll go ahead and run our cover 6 check to it. Shift Matias over here. They're going to throw the RPO. Caught by Adonai Mitchell. Vacated space from Matias allows Mitchell to get in for the first down. And they're gonna go chips. You know what I like to do against chips. We like to go ahead and stunt. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. We only got an interior stunt called. Not exactly what I wanted, but we will work with it. Getting up in the receiver's faces, not a lot of yards to go. Mahomes in trouble, down he goes! There's Tommy Donaldson making his appearance felt. His first sack of the season is a big one, makes it 2nd and goal from the 13. Motion for Pacheco out, so it is a pass. Mahomes throws over the middle, caught by Worthy. Brings up 3rd down and goal from the 5. And they're gonna go bunch. I really don't want to do anything crazy. I'm gonna stunt, but we're gonna play cover 2. I'm gonna protect the sticks, I think, here. Let me get Porter in here. Mesh coming. Mahomes throws. It's off the hands of Pacheco. We protected the sticks. Drew Sanders knocked it out, and we're gonna hold Kansas City to a field goal on their first possession. So we bend, but do not break. Butker on for a very short kick. I'm not going to rush just in case they try and fake it, but they do not. Kick is right down the middle. 3-0 KC, but I will take that as a win. The 37-yard line will be where Dale Burton and the Raider offense will start. And really, it's just all about, can we get the sour taste of last week out of our mouth on the offensive side. Now, my real point of emphasis is to stay away from Chris Jones and maybe try and target Ashton Gelati. He's lined up as the edge on the left side over Colton Miller, but I don't want to run at Chris Jones. We're going to go ahead and run zone this way. Give it to Genty. Leo Chenal just detonates him. He runs through the gap. I was trying to set him up by going outside, but Chenal is just so fast that we couldn't really do anything. 2nd and 11. Looks like they are going to go with man. So I think Bowers is probably my throw here. He might have Nick Bolton covering him. Someone's got to get out to him. It's going to be Bolton. Not enough. No. Burton, you're letting me down, man. We get man coverage. It's an easy throw. And we just sail it. 3rd and 11. Don't want to go 3 and out here. Looks like we're going to be getting some type of zone from Kansas City. I want to slide my protection to Karlaftis and Jones. That's absolutely correct. We get movement. We don't get the snap off before to get a flag, though. But we hit Brock Bowers. He's wide open over the middle of the field for a first down. Completely vacated over the middle. And Bowers able to settle in on the dig. Burton hits him that time. We're past midfield. There we go. Pretty light box here for us to be able to run some inside zone split. We'll hand it off to Genty, but they got nickel pressure coming from McDuffie, and he hits Genty in the backfield. We don't cut it off. Bad rep by Bowers. And that's what Kansas City does, man. They're going to send some pressure. They got good tackling corners. They're going to make things really, really tough on us. This looks like it could be some kind of cover two, but I'm going to put Bowers on the speed out. He should have the leverage to get out there. He doesn't win, but we hit Josh Mann on the sit route on the stick. We'll get 5. Brings up 3rd and 8. I'm not completely opposed to the idea of making this like 4 down territory, so I maybe will be a little bit safer here. Try and get a little bit of yardage. Nothing too crazy. We're getting motion, probably a cover 2 it looks like. We're going to go ahead. We will hit Trey Tucker and use that speed, get the first down. That's the problem with zone coverage, man, is that if they're not quick reacting to the drops, and it was match, even worse, right? That's one of the big weaknesses of match, is if you can't match the routes quick enough, and things like option routes where you can just sit very quickly, that gives match a lot of problems. First down, 3 linebackers in the box. Give it to Ashton Genty. Great block. Parker Griffin springs Genty for a big gain inside the 15, down to the 12. Nice job on the inside zone, being able to cut away from Chris Jones, make our way through the traffic. Really, really nice rep there. They just rotated that safety all the way over. That is Isaiah Polamalu, number 30. It might get something funky here. We're going to bootleg. We got to get rid of this. Get it to Josh Mann. There we go. He chipped Karlaftis for a second. I was worried if he would get out, but he did in just enough time. So we keep the drive going. And now we have 3rd and 4 upcoming. I really did not come all this way to just kick a field goal. But I like the look that we have. They're in a 6-man front, but we got all the bodies in the box here. Oh, we don't block Nick Bolton. Terrible job on the double team. We got to come off that faster, Jackson Powers Johnson. And that's awful. If we block Nick Bolton, I'm able to get the first down. Well, now we got to kick. 2 tight ends for Kansas City at the start of their 2nd drive. They're going to throw it quickly. That is to Wiley, the tight end, and he's able to get 6. I don't know what happened here with Clayton, but we're playing the zone here. They run the RPO. Wiley's got it. He's got a first down into Raider territory. All right. Let me make sure that we're focusing on the pass on the RPO. We don't want to start getting burned by that consistently. First quarter went fast like it normally does when we play against KC. We got 2 teams that control the ball in their own way. 1st and 10, spread set again for Kansas City. Mahomes to throw. They're just sending everyone down the field. They're going to throw it to Pacheco, but there is Chauncey Cherry. We're prepared this time. We know that you love to throw it to Isaiah Pacheco, and we got a linebacker that can actually hang with him. They're going bunch again. We're going to go 5 over 3 here to this side. Mahomes setting up screen. Back the other way to Pacheco. Nice job, Chauncey Cherry. Oh my goodness. It's so nice to have a linebacker that's not completely useless. This is the one danger of choosing to go 5 over 3 of the bunch, is that we're one-on-one completely on the backside. Look at the job that Chauncey Cherry does. He identifies the screen, then it's him going against the rookie Bernard. He's got a couple things to learn here. Rookie on rookie. He hits Cherry, but he bounces him right into Pacheco, and the closing speed. Look at the closing speed of Chauncey Cherry. This kid is special. Bunch look again here for Kansas City. We're going to go 5 over 3 again. We're stunting it up on the backside. Mahomes to throw over the middle. It's caught. Don't tell me that Noah Gray is going to do to us what Evan Ingram did last week. I even pressed him with Darian Porter. He runs a dig and he's still able to separate. And he's nowhere near the athlete that Evan Ingram is or was. Last week, we had a ton of trouble getting off the field in obvious 3rd down situations. It's 1st down again now. Pacheco breaks a tackle, and he's able to get 8. He met Terrell Carey in the hole, couldn't bring him down, and it just feels like we wasted an opportunity with that 3rd and 10 that we gave up. We're going to twist it up a little bit here on 2nd and 3, and that was a really funky snap. Mahomes throws, Noah Gray's there. Noah Gray pulls away from Clayton. It's a touchdown for Kansas City. Oh my gosh. Dude, I despise playing this offense. Especially when we give up simple things like a 3rd and 10 dig route to a terrible tight end. I mean, at this point, we're kind of already starting to think about clock because we get the ball to start the second half. So I really want to try and limit the amount of possessions. We're going to read Chanel here in the slot. See what he does. He crashes. We'll throw out the bubble to Brock Bowers. We can't break a tackle, though. Bowers, you really got to be able to win against Noel Williams, man. But 3rd and 1, we're going to bring the heavy personnel onto the field. We should be able to get this with Jack Westover. Hand it off to him. The fullback gets the first down a lot more. Jack Westover to the 43. Going to keep that same look on the field. Looks like we might be getting a cover 2. I think that's exactly what we're getting. Hit him. Josh Mann wide open. Jump for it, dude. What are we doing? No. Oh, we're missing our opportunities. It was a cover 2, and Nick Bolton just sits there. I'm throwing this perfectly in stride at the top of the drop. It's a little high, but you can jump for that, Josh Mann. I despise this in Madden when just the receivers just don't jump for the ball. You hold Y, nothing happens. 3rd and 11, just the exact position that you want to be in against the Kansas City Chief pass rush. That's right, guys. Here we go, though. It looks like quarters. We probably have quarters. We got to step up, make a throw. Parker Griffin, there we go. Good job by Burton. We probably could have ran for it, but I'll take the throw, take what we can get. Griffin's had a couple of nice reps. 2nd and 1. Hand off to Genty, going way outside. He meets Polamalu, but not after getting a first down. We're running down to about 3 minutes left in the first half. We're doing a good job taking the clock down, trying not to give Kansas City too many possessions. Ray Davis in the game. We're going to run bootleg here. Play fake. Oh, we got Griffin. Can we lay it out to him? Parker Griffin. No, we can't hang on. Light box. We're going to check into the QB draw. We did this a couple times last week. We're going to do it again. Burton keeping, running, and going down shy of the marker, but only 1 yard short. What is this? Okay, they've come out in goal line. I'm not going to try and run the ball against goal line. So we're going to snap the ball. We're probably getting man here. I like Josh Mann on the quick to the flat. There we go. Hit him. Get upfield. Come on, Josh Mann. Come on. No, down to the 1. It actually does kind of help us because Kansas City did take a timeout. I'm going to run toss here away from Nick Bolton, away from Leo Chanel. I don't want anything to do with them. Pitch it out. Genty, can we get 1 block from Westover? Yes, we can. Ashton Genty able to walk in. We've tied the game up. Kansas City will still have time to do a drive of their own, but we took away a timeout. We moved the ball pretty quickly, but I'm not going to complain about a touchdown. All right, here we go. Mahomes is 10 for 12. It's been a very efficient day for him passing so far, but we know that the pass is going to be coming this time. So that does help us out a little bit. We're going to send some pressure, and we're going to pounder to the stack look here. We need a man up on Pacheco, though I don't know why we didn't have enough guys there. But here we go. Mahomes throwing, has time over the middle, caught by Xavier Worthy on the dig. Just way, way, way too much time. They're going to go condense. We'll respond by going quarter, half. Back up CJ Clayton. Can we get some hands on Worthy? Motion, we're not falling for it, though. Mahomes throws underneath. He's got Adonai Mitchell. It's a gain of 4. They're going to keep on going fast. And we'll go quarter, half again here. More motion. Mahomes throws. It's out of the hands of Mitchell. Good job by Darian Porter. Okay. I always hate when they go no huddle because it just feels like I have no ability to help my defense whatsoever. We're just kind of stuck here. We're sending pressure off the slot. Mahomes throwing. He's got Noah Gray. Of course he does. 4 strong look for KC. We're going to be pressing Noah Gray. but they're going to hand it off to Pacheco. He's bouncing around, and he's going to get 6. They take their second timeout. There's still a minute left. Really, I mean, 2-minute drill really kind of is just overrated. You know, that's so much time in the modern NFL. 2nd and 4, big matchup. Noah Gray apparently can't cover any tight ends here when they're in this kind of a look. They're going to motion. This is fine, actually. We can stay in this. Mahomes to throw, in trouble, but Pacheco's there. Just pulling away from everyone. Chauncey Cherry included. I didn't know who I was on, and it's going to be a touchdown for Isaiah Pacheco. Yeah, so this is all sorts of screwed up because Xavier Worthy, first of all, is lined up at tight end because the CPU can just do this, right? They can put guys at random positions that they would never play at. He gets chipped by Glenn Ramsey, which is exactly what you would teach him to do. You would teach him to chip Worthy off the line, or whoever the tight end is. But it slows him up so much that Worthy runs into Chauncey Cherry. You could argue that's offensive pass interference, but EA's never going to call that. So Cherry gets stuck. That's what happens. That's why Pacheco is free. Just awful. But this is really what I'm talking about here. The 2-minute drill takes forever, right? You have all the time in the world, but now we have a 1-minute drill. This is really where you get to see how offenses are capable of performing. We do have all 3 timeouts. Field goal range pretty darn far with our kicker. We have man-to-man, so we're going to check into our man-to-man beater here. We have the underneath route to Griffin. We also have the slot fade to Bowers. Griffin wins fast, though, really fast. Look at that. Parker Griffin up to the 45. We'll take the first time out because we're under a minute. We want to save as much time as possible. That was really nice. If this holds, Josh Mann could be open. I'm going to check release Genty just in case we're getting pressure. We're not. Burton going to climb. He hits Griffin. That's a first down. Let's get up and spike the ball here. We'll get the spike off with about 30 seconds left. That's probably about 4 plays. Yeah, I'd say so. Just gives us a bit more options. They're running drop, so they're going to let everything up underneath. But we do have the option to go underneath. We can be taken down in bounds. We can save some time here. Let's hit Josh Mann. We'll get 7. Call the timeout. Now we maybe have 4 plays if we get some plays out of bounds. We just got to be very conscious about the clock and make sure that we don't get taken down inbounds too many times in a situation that could leave us scrambling. Run the whip route. Hit Trey Tucker. There we go. That's a great job. Able to pull away from McDuffie. We're out of bounds at the 20. We're getting into that situation that we really want to be in, which gives us a chance at a touchdown. Little motion from Griffin. We're going to try and open things up over the middle of the field. We'll hit Ashton Genty. Oh, no, he fumbled. No! Leo Chenal forced it. Nick Bolton recovered. We can't do anything right. Everything gets dialed up perfectly here. The post from Mann pulls Chenal down the middle of the field. We hit Genty. All we need to do is get the first down, which we do. We get the first down right here. But Genty gets detonated by Chenal and fumbles. He had 4 fumbles last year. It's a bit of a fumbling problem. I don't know why. Because his carrying last year was 99 most of the time due to morale. Oh my gosh. I just tried to get a first down so we could spike the ball. But now we're getting nothing. Gee, feels like deja vu, huh? Feels exactly like the Broncos game, where we feel like we're in control. It's another great drive at the end of the half, and then a turnover. This time out of my control. I can't control when we fumble the ball. I would like to trust that Ashton Genty's able to hold on to the ball, but he's not. Oh my goodness, the Chargers got destroyed by the Broncos, but you know, I don't really know what to do. Like, it feels like on offense, we move the ball well, and then we have self-inflicted wounds like that. We don't block Nick Bolton on a blitz. We fumble the ball. You know, just stupid things like that. Defensively, we're terrible. We're good against the run. We're terrible against the pass. Our pass defense last year was actually pretty good. It's terrible now. I don't know what has really happened. KC's getting the ball out extremely quickly. I'm going to shift to more man and maybe more two read to try and stop some of these quick passing routes, but we're also getting no pass rush. This Kansas City offensive line is fantastic. Yeah, it's all just kind of broken right now on defense, it feels like. We're just kind of disjointed. And what really stings is our offense takes the field here is that we got the ball to start the half. So a field goal really would have been okay. Just something, some kind of points to put us in a good spot coming out now in the second half. We have the blocks, it looks like, to run outside zone here, but just Nick Bolton, dude. Nick Bolton just doesn't get blocked. And I try and string it out because it's the one thing Bolton doesn't have is speed, but he's just able to track us down. I mean, if we can't block, I mean, there's no point in even coming out here in the second half and even trying. We should have this to Tucker. There's no way Chanel can get out there fast enough to cover Trey. Tucker will hit him. It's a low throw from Burton. Thank goodness Tucker hangs on to it. But we got 3rd and 2. It feels like despite all odds, we got 3rd and 2 with the possibility to convert. And they are definitely going to be coming up here with these linebackers. My hope really is like this throw out to Ray Davis. We're going to swing it to him, but Isaiah Polamau. That's not Polamau. That's Kalen Hicks. My goodness, dude. We are terrible. Yeah, and even the handoff there. The handoff was going to be dead in the water because Karlaftis was there. Dude. We got a punt. And now we really got to hope for a stop. If we don't get a stop here, we are putting ourselves in a terrible game script against a defense that is just destroying us right now. Under center from Mahomes, 2 tight ends on the field. They're going to run outside zone with Pacheco. Where are we going? Where are we going? The corner, I think that was Terrell Carey, just took a terrible angle when he could have filled. No, it was CJ Clayton. There's a hole right here. You know, we just did the outside zone chalk talk. Where's the lane? It's right here. So what does CJ Clayton do? Well, he naturally just runs away. He just runs away, and then terrible. Terrible. Finally, we do something. Chauncey Cherry brings him down for a loss of 1. I gotta remember to take Cody Barton off the field because EA loves to reset the depth chart. Mahomes throwing. Noah Gray just toasted Drew Sanders. Just absolutely toasted him. Go look at this route again. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, the speed boost that he gets. This is what makes Madden so infuriating. They can't just make a game that isn't completely animation-based. Sanders is in perfect position with inside leverage. Look at how he gets sucked and slips. This is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Everything else is covered. Despite me not wanting to, we have to box the bunch because we don't have any other tools to defend it. Mahomes misses a wide open Worthy. That could have gone a long way if it was completed. But yeah, and we don't have any bunch tools because EA's taken them all out of the game. So all we have is box. So we have to call quarters against bunch. Mahomes to throw, 2nd down, has time, taking a deep shot. Adonai Mitchell just toasted him. CJ Hicks gets toasted. It's a touchdown for KC. I'm guessing that someone ran into someone. No, Hicks just got ran by. You know what? That's an actual weakness of running stubby. Is the nickel can get beat deep. I guess that might be a concern of Hicks, is fast slot receivers. Ugh. Box is really light here. We should be able to block this up. We give it to Genty. There we go. Into the open field. Genty finally has some running room. 41 yards for him. It's a decent day on the ground, but by his standards, it's not. Play fake, going bootleg with Burton. We have Parker Griffin hit him. There we go. 1st down into Chief territory. We're moving. We gotta convert on a drive. We really, really have to here. Here we go. RPO time. Pull it. We gotta pull it, Burton, and then go to... No! 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 Dude, what in the world was that? Oh my god. I'm past the line, and I'm pressing X to slide. And we throw the RP... Dude, that's a benchable offense. I'm sorry, like, that is not even on me. So Dale Burton's fourth interception is a complete doozy. It's an RPO read. Karlaftis crashes, so we pull the ball. We're not throwing it to Tucker because we don't have the numbers. So instead we're going to run with Burton. But we get terrible run blocking. So I'm trying to go down. Right? Now look. We're past the line of scrimmage. We have the first down. So I'm pressing X to slide. And what does this doofus do? He throws the ball. And of course, Noah Williams picks it off. This is pathetic. We're past the line of scrimmage. There's no reason why he should be even entertaining throwing the ball. So what am I supposed to do here? Just take a hit? It's Leo Chenal. I'm probably going to fumble. So no, instead we get this. Well, now we're really, really in trouble. We need a stop. We haven't been able to get one all day. Mahomes is going to throw. He's going to throw underneath because all that they've been doing, we can't tackle whatsoever. It doesn't matter what I call. Man coverage, it gets toasted. If it's zone, we just sit there. If it's match, we just sit there. There is nothing I can do because defense is incapable. Yeah, look, we're running man coverage and we just get beat underneath immediately. We'll try and go 5 over to the trips with a motion gray over and back. We'll still be 5 over on the trips. It's a draw to Pacheco. There's no one there. And it's a first down. And we're so misaligned because all we can do is call box. That's all we can do. We're going to get the bubble. Finally, Chauncey Cherry's the only guy on our defense who can do anything. Mahomes throwing. They got routes underneath. Worthy catches it, because of course he does. Even though he has Porter running with him step for step. I feel like now I'm just getting miserable. Because everything is just going wrong. Every single little thing has gone wrong in this game. And it's starting to really, really frustrate me. We have bunch here. Can we lock it up? Mahomes throwing? No. Oh, thank goodness. We get bailed out with a drop from Adonai Mitchell. Great job, guys. Well, now we're down 17. Really what feels like from no fault of my own. And now we are we're out of game script. We have to start moving the ball much more effectively here. Trey Tucker's able to make a catch. We got a first down. I mean, we got to move. We can't mess around now. We have no time to lose. All right, we got man-to-man. Bolton's out there over Genty, so I want to hit Trey Tucker, but he just does not win. Incapable of winning. Everyone's manned up. 4th and 3. I think we have to go for this, guys. All right, here we go. It's mesh. The Kansas City staple. We get movement. Oh, we can't. Of course, we can't get the false start, but we hit Josh Man. Not the false start, the encroachment. But we hit man, we're able to get the first down. Drive is still alive. Single high. I want my access throw if I can get it to Trey Tucker. Let's see, does McDuffie get out there? He does not hit Tucker. First down. It's not impossible, a comeback at this point, but it's going to require the defense actually playing competent football, which they have not shown any capacity of being able to do. I can't audible. Okay, well, we're throwing the ball, I guess. Hit Josh Man. I would have loved to run the ball against a 3-man front, but EA decided that I could not audible. You guys better be able to block this up. If we somehow don't block this up... Yeah, we just leave Leo Chenal unblocked. Genty, though, springing it to the 10. Oh, my goodness. Just even when things go right, I feel like they go wrong. Play fake again. All right, Griffin's open. He better be able to get in. Yes, he does. All right, so at least cause to celebrate here. First career touchdown for Parker Griffin. It cuts the lead back down to 10 with about 9 minutes left. We do have a chance here. The play action worked really, really well. Burton hit him. But my goodness, just if we didn't fumble and didn't just throw the ball away when I had no other option, this game is so different. You know, unlike the Broncos game, where all the mistakes were my fault, right? The 3 picks were all my fault. Maybe not the last one, Nick Bonito. This time, I don't think any of the turnovers have been my fault. You know? But that's just the way that life goes, I guess. And the way that Madden goes. 1st and 10, KC, 3 tight ends on the field. They're going to run counter with Pacheco, and he's able to bounce around. He gets 4, and they're going empty again. We're going to have to be able to win at some point when they go empty, and you know what? You know what? We're going to have to. We're going to have to send pressure here. They can't block them. They can't block all of us. We're sending 6. They are 5. And it's a screen. To Adonai Mitchell. He's able to break a tackle, get back to the line. Ramsey chases him down, though. All right. 3rd and 6. I truly want to believe that we can do this. We're going to go cover 2. We're going to protect the flats. We're going to have to get out here with Drew Sanders. Gilman, we're going to have to shuffle over. Mahomes to throw. He steps up. He's gonna get the 1st down. Yep. Oh, man. Oh, and there's Wiley just pulling away from Alohi Gilman. They ran stick again. Or sorry, that's bench. Dude, like, what is this with the tight ends in Madden? What is this? Gilman's running with him step for step. And then just he pulls away. Like, it's been an issue in Madden for as long as I've been playing Madden. Seriously. Which I guess is like the first Madden 25. Oh, we get a sack. Ball's out. Come on. No, we can't even pick the ball up correctly. Come on. Brendan Mays, that was our chance to get back in the game. It goes down as a sack for Sergio Matias, but it could have been so very, very much more if we just are able to pick the ball up. 2nd and 22, Mahomes to throw. Zone coverage doesn't do anything, so we just let Adonai Mitchell get that yardage back almost. It's 3rd and 13. I am begging you guys. I am begging you. Can we get off the field? It's 3rd and 13. Mahomes throwing. He has time. The pass rush isn't there. He's just going to chuck it down the field. Please. Darian Porter, one-on-one. Oh, he knocks it out. Thank goodness. And we're going to get the ball back. Not a good punt out of the 31. So again, like the Broncos game, it's possible. And I feel like we're in the same exact situation as we were last time, where I'm kind of considering that once we get into field goal range that I want to kick. We got to get there first, though. Burton throwing. Oh, we just missed Josh Mann. Then he gets detonated by Chris Jones to add insult to injury. What happened? I mean, this is pretty simple. He's on the OTB route. He's settled. What's that? Oh, it goes through his head. Oh. Oh, well, I'm just silly. Right? The ball just goes through his head. How did I not expect that to happen? Gee, I wonder why. This is straight press man. Well, we have a screen set up. Don't have to worry about man-to-man, and if we can get off the jam, if we just set up the screen. There we go. Ashton Genty, we have some blocks. We are close to midfield. We just got to go. We got to go right now. We can't. We don't have time to waste. Looks like some kind of quarters, possibly. They're not running drop quite yet. Burton, we're trying to get out. All right. Ooh. I can't call the timeout yet. That's just irresponsible. But the clock is certainly going to become a factor. They're going to start dropping. We're trying to get a corner out. Josh Mann. Oh, it's in and out of his hands. That's the throw. It's double bracket. We have to throw the corner. We have to throw the corner against double bracket, but if we can't make a catch, we can't make a catch with any kind of contest. right now. Just terrible. Absolutely terrible. We got all backups on the field right now. Here we go. We can't even get the throw off. We don't block Ashton Gelati. I didn't even bother to look at my protection. I should have slid. I should have slid left. If even then though, like, man. Well, I think it's time to test out AJ Marks' range. 65 yards in a dome, no rush from KC. The kick here makes it a one-possession game. Let's see if the kid can make it. Here we go. On its way from Marks. The UDFA drills it from 65 with room to spare. All right, here's the situation. One play will have to be run. Two plays will have to be run before the 2-minute warning, which is good for us. 3 tight ends on the field. Mahomes is going to hand it off to Pacheco. We take him down. It is only 3. But they're going to spread us out now on 2nd and 7. I think I want to cause chaos with the stunt. And then the spy can get to Mahomes. 2nd and 7, Mahomes throwing. He's in trouble. In trouble. Down he goes. Derek Hall gets a sack. There we go. That's going to be the 2-minute warning. Oh, what a huge, huge play. The stunt finally pays off. Check out the work done here by Tommy Donaldson. And then Bernard, he oversets inside, and Derek Hall's got so much power, just gives a one-arm bull rush to Bernard, turns him parallel, so he's able to just pull away and get to Mahomes. That is huge. Now it's a big, big 3rd and 13. We'll have the 2-minute warning first, though. I mean, this is it. How aggressive does KC get on 3rd down and 13? It's such a long way to the marker. So I'm going to spread us out. We're going to play cover 3. We're going to rotate down, but we're going to protect the sticks. So Mahomes to throw. He's in trouble. He's rolling. In trouble. Really in trouble. Throws it away. That's exactly what we want. We didn't even have to waste a timeout. Brendan Mays is the one who chased him down. Okay. So despite everything, despite all of my frustration, they're going to punt the ball. Torrey Taylor, he's positioned at the 9. This is going to be good field position. Kick is away. Tyree Irwin to return it. Can we get to midfield? Maybe. Irwin, he's taken down at the 47-yard line. We need a touchdown. Everything that has happened can go away if we just have a good drive here. And the beauty of it all right now is that we have time. We have the time. I think we're getting pressure off of this right side. We don't get pressure, but we get Ashton Genty matched up against Nick Bolton. We got to get out of bounds. There we go. It's exactly what we want. They went quarters. All right. I kind of want to stick and empty. Is this man? Nope, this is zone. This is zone all the way. We got to slide right, give help to Chris Jones and George Karlaftis. Movement. And I can't get the snap off. Oh, Bowers! Brock Bowers! We hit him! Yes! Touchdown Raiders! Oh my goodness, we've tied this game up somehow, some way. It wasn't man, but they were all pressed up on the line. You can't run press zone. Not like that, you can't. Oh my gosh. Burton hits him in stride. There's the accuracy from Burton and Brock Bowers. He hasn't had much of an impact today. No, they went one double. So that's actually really interesting because remember, we talk about keying out of empty who's on the back. If it's a linebacker, it's man. If it's a corner, it's zone. In this case, McDuffie is lined up over Genty. So this tells me, okay, it's zone. Now I see middle of the field's open, so my eyes are first going to start with Josh Mann. But Mann, he's being doubled. But it's man the whole way. We're saying man a lot here. We're talking about Josh. Now we're talking about the actual coverage. But this is man-to-man all the way here. And we just get a nice pick route. Trey Tucker sets a perfect pick. This probably is OPI. This is way too far down the field. But also the DB's not making a nice attempt at trying to get away from it. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is too much time to think about going for two just to end the game. We're going to have to play defense either way. AJ Marks ties it up. Oh my goodness. The tables have turned. But we're in a situation we don't want to be in. Now, I say that, but we were in a situation very similar to this last year against Mahomes, and he fumbled, gifting us this game. But 1st and 10. They're going with Trey Y flex. We have to trust our checks and our calls here. I'm going to back Hicks off so he doesn't get toasted by Mitchell. Mahomes to throw. He's in trouble. Rolling all the way away. Tyree Wilson with the pressure. Mahomes has to throw it away. Okay. All right. I am liking what we're doing right now, guys. We're clearly making Mahomes very uncomfortable. We're going to take Drew Sanders. We got a match to 3 here. Probably going to be Pacheco. Nope, it's Gray. Mahomes swings it out. This is Pacheco. He goes out of bounds. Derek Hall forces him out. The clock's going to stop. Oh my goodness. This is a mega bag situation for KC. They're going to go empty. I feel like 3rd and 11, man. We gotta play the sticks. We gotta play the sticks right now. We have to. Everyone play over the top. We're only rushing for Mahomes. He's gonna have time. He's gonna run. He's taking off. He doesn't get the first down. Call a timeout. We're gonna get the ball back. Oh my! And all we need is a field goal from our rookie kicker, who's already hit a 65-yarder. Offense now on the field. We made the kick from 65, which, guys, I think we got to get to midfield. And that's like it. Oh, they're loading the box here. This looks great for a screen. They don't have the numbers out here. Can we just swing this out? Trey Tucker, let's get some blocks. Good job. Ashton Genty gives us a block. We get out of bounds. Not that time is of the hugest essence, but it does help us a little bit. It saves us having to call a timeout. I mean, this box is light. I gotta trust that we can block this up. Oh, we don't block Bolton. Oh, geez, Genty. Oh, my goodness. We gotta call a timeout. 3rd and 1. This is man. This is man, but it's probably cover 1 with Bolton sitting in the middle, just based off the leverage. So we're going to check mesh. We're going to slide right so we get Jones in a double team, hopefully. Oh, drew him off sides. Okay, we drew him. 1st down. I will take that. That's to the 47. I mean, we're getting dangerously close to being in Marks' field goal range. What do we got? We got some kind of zone. But I think this could be a pressure look, guys. I want to account for Chenal, definitely. Chenal does not come. We throw. We hit man. That's a 1st down. I'm going to spike it. Yeah, we're going to spike it. It'll make it 3rd and 6. We got to get a 1st down here and now, though. But 3rd and 6, this is man. Man all the way. I'm going to put Bowers on a fade just to get him up the field. But this is man. This is so man. We just have to win. We have to win. Hit him. Trey Tucker. There we go. Did we get out? We got out. I think Genty was wide open, though. Oh, he was. Genty's open for a touchdown. But my mind was kind of just get the 1st down. And Karlaftis won kind of fast. I mean, this is still enough time just to lob it out to Genty, I think. But we can't live in this world. We can't live in the world of maybe. Right now, we gotta live in the world of now, which is right now we are in great position. They are still just running man-to-man. So we're going to run Crash. I want to hit Bowers. I want Bowers. We can't get it to Tucker. Ashton Gelati is whooping Colton Miller right now. But they're going with a ton of one double. So we got to try and help our guys out a little bit. Motion into some stack looks. We'll put Griffin on a fade to see if he wins fast. We got to try and help our guys out a little bit here. Let's hit Genty. No, he did not run that exactly how I wanted him to. This has to be a snap inbounds where at least Kansas City has to waste a timeout. No movement. Oh, we get sacked immediately. What even happened? How did we lose that fast? Walford just hits the nastiest spin move of all time on Steve Holloway. And now it's telling me to punt. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. We can make this 61-yarder. We made 65 earlier. AJ Marks, come on. Full power, right down the middle. We're up by 3. KC will have 24 seconds and 2 timeouts. I mean, every snap is just so crucial right now. I want to force a return. So we're going to kick it deep. They'll have to take it. This should take maybe 3 seconds, maybe 4. I would love it to. Yes. Down to 20. I just want to know what Bucker's range is. What's his kick power at right now? His kick power is at 96. So we got to play midfield. We got to play midfield. But at this point, guys, I'm going to be aggressive. Because we're either going to get to Mahomes and they're not going to get anything. Or we're going to allow enough yards for them to get a field goal. Either way. Mahomes to throw. He hits Gray. That's perfect. That's a completion inbounds. That does nothing to help them whatsoever. They're going doubles is exactly what I want them to do. We're going to drop. We're going to drop Brendan Mays. He's got to relate to likely Pacheco. We're just going to kind of sit in the middle of the field here. Throw. Oh, no. It's caught. Adonai Mitchell. No, he's right there, dude. They ran a perfect play. We gotta focus. 1st and 10. We got to focus here. We're running fire zone. Motion in. We're okay. Mahomes to throw. He's in trouble. Sacked! Yes! Taken down by Derek Hall. Clock is running. They have no timeouts. That's game over. Derek Hall has won the game for the Raiders. Oh my! And we walk out somehow with the win. Oh my God. Oh, I was terrified. I was so terrified, but Derek Hall calls game. And he's the one who recovered the fumble in the last Chiefs game that we won like this. Oh my gosh. So you know how last week I said that losses against your division rivals are so key? Well, a win like this is huge, because not only do we get a win against a division rival, against a very good team, but we don't fall to 0-2, which is like the one thing that we could not do. Oh my gosh. We have so much to work on. But even then, like, if Ashton Genty doesn't fumble the ball before half, and if I'm allowed to slide with Dale Burton instead of just throwing an interception, oh my gosh, what a game that we just played. We are throwing the ball way too much. Burton had another good game passing. Really, if we just take the interception out, I think he played pretty well. He did miss a couple throws early, but again, we were forced out of our script. We had to stop running with Genty, and we had to start throwing. But that's okay. I really like the split right now that we're getting with our receivers. They're all getting involved in some way. Parker Griffin gets his first career touchdown. And defensively, we finally did enough at the end. I think that our linebacker duo, Cherry and Matthias, were great. 2 TFLs for Cherry, 1 for Matthias. We got 2 sacks from Derek Hall, 1 from Donaldson, 1 from Matthias, so the pass rush does show up. The secondary, though, not good. Really, really not good. We're really feeling our secondary. But 20 points in the fourth quarter, when we couldn't do anything to get a stop. We hold KC to 0 points in the fourth quarter, and we come all the way back. What an insane game. Taking a look here at the last play. So we're just running a cover 2 fire zone, which we made a video on. We get matching principles all the places we want to be. Now Pacheco's open, but this doesn't really do much for them. And Derek Hall, he's just able to win with a rip move on Josh Simmons. And we get some upgrades coming out of it. Chauncey Cherry with 1. I want to see, do we want to put this into coverage or into run stopping? I think probably coverage. Right now, we're really good against the run. I want him to be better in coverage. That's the simplest way to put it. What do we get? 2-man, 1 zone. I will take that. That is really, really solid. And then Josh Mann gets his first upgrade point. I think possession is probably the way to go. We want to get that run blocking a bit better. The route running needs to get better. The hands are okay. I think it probably is possession. This normally gives a nice blend. That's exactly what we get. Some impact blocks, some catching, some route running. That's exactly what we needed. And the social media team can be much more proud of Dale Burton's performance from this week. That is going to do it for our games, but we are going to take a quick little peek at players ready to negotiate as we head into the meat of the season. We have the best passing offense in the league. That's crazy. We're taking on Cleveland. You're going to see that next episode, and I hope that you like the Chiefs game because you're going to see them again next time. We're going to take on Kansas City in Kansas City. But looking at our upcoming free agents, it's not the most stacked class that we have. We have a big decision to make when it comes to Olu Fashanu. Jackson Powers Johnson is also a free agent. He really wants to be here, though. Only wants a 2-year deal. But this is very cheap. This is exceptionally cheap. He wants to be here. This is really, really simple. I would give him this kind of deal. This is very fair, I think, for a guy like Jackson Powers Johnson. A 4-year deal will take him to age 28. I'm not going to offer him now, but I mean, this is a deal. We're going to get this done. He's interested in playing here, and we have the money. Fashanu, we're going to have to wait. Right, I think with the development of Eric Ramos, it definitely poses an interesting possibility that we can move on from Fashanu and then slot Ramos in at right tackle. But we're going to have to see how Fashanu continues to play. Other key free agents, we don't have a lot. Alohi Gilman, that could be a move. He still wants to be here. I'd probably be okay with that. Cody Barton, I'm probably not going to negotiate with him. Likely not. But that is going to do it, everybody, for the first episode of Season 3. 2 very, very interesting games. One that we lost entirely on my own accord, and then one that we won entirely on Kansas City's accord. I guess they really kind of collapsed in the fourth quarter, but I'll take it. We managed to stay at 1-on-1. We are competitive. We got a game against Cleveland. We played them last year, and that was absolutely terrible. They're still starting Shadur Sanders, so just be ready for that. But next episode, you're going to get the Browns. You're going to get the Chiefs. We may be able to get that Patriots game. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to stick around for the remainder of Season 3, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.